terrible. Clare Stewart is live now. Hi everybody. How exciting is this? Right, I hope hi. Brilliant. Hello everybody. How marvellous, how marvellous. Thank you to everybody. I've been watching all afternoon, or most of the afternoon, and been fantastic. I was going to make jokes about how I'm working for free here, and so you've got to get out your cheque book and start writing cheques, because I don't work for free. But everybody's working for free and everyone's awesome, so just send lots of money to, not to us obviously, to the girls, for the girls of the Hope Orphanage in Sierra Leone. I've got some nice poems here, but I've had a request for an angry poem too. Sorry, that sun's just come out. So there will be an angry poem, but you know, there you go. So I thought, because the girls might be still listening, I don't know if they are, I would read some poems about my childhood. This is the first one, called Clean Laundry, which I like this poem, very fond of this poem. Through the dark of sleep, awareness grows slow and thick. Floorboards snap, creak, speak as they flex and stretch, reaching for my mother's feet, greeting her feet, moving softly in front of the airing cupboard. She's sorting laundry, laying our clothes on heated shelves where we will find them in the morning, neat, cleaned, ironed, folded. The floorboards seek and meet her feet. The creaks speak, telling me she is there. I am warmed and folded back into sleep. Thank you. I've got much more to say about my mum than that she did the laundry, you know. I feel a bit strange about that. I didn't time myself here. Look, I'll time myself. Nubs. But I've written lots of other poems about her, so it's not all about laundry. Okay, this is another poem from when I was very young, called Miss Pajetti. She was my first school teacher, and she was so this I remember this from when I was about 4 years old. Miss Pajetti. Miss Pajetti, Miss Pajetti, do you like spaghetti? You wear floaty, flowery breezes in the wafting, cooling dresses. Sorry, you wear I'll start again. It's because this is ticking and it's annoying me. Miss Pajetti, Miss Pajetti, do you like spaghetti? You wear floaty, flowery dresses in the wafting, cooling breezes. Miss Pajetti, Miss Pajetti, the children lay their heads down. Do you dream, oh Miss Pajetti, while the children nap? Cooling breezes, Miss Pajetti, fan the chubby baby faces, blow the petals through the windows while the children sleep. What do you dream of, Miss Pajetti? Do you dream of nice spaghetti? Do you dream of bride's confetti wafting in the breeze? She was very sweet, Miss Pajetti, and she did wear flowery dresses. You could imagine someone wanting to snap her up and marry her. This is a poem called, it hasn't got a name actually, it's called Rhyming Dictionary, because I found words, random words in the Rhyming Dictionary. I can't see now. Shut the curtains. No, I don't like that either. I got random words from the rhyming dictionary and used them in a poem. When I was young, I was a real blusher. All the time my shy cheeks would redden. Also, I cried a lot. I was a gusher. All the time my eyes would unburden. As I grew up, I wanted to usher a new regime, a new adult me. That silly girl, I needed to crush her and bring out a better, maturer she. But life is not all Soviet Russia. My sad tears I could never stop. To myself it just brought too much pressure, and my confidence, it would go pop. I still cry quite a lot. This is a poem called Digging. It's about my father. Seamus Heaney was a great poet, and he wrote a poem called Digging. Lots of poets write poems after Seamus Heaney's poem Digging. And the first two lines of his poem are, between my fingers and my thumb, I hold my pen, because he was a writer. And when he wrote the poem, he was looking out at his dad, who was digging, because he was a man of the soil. As it happens, my father was a writer, and his father was a man of the soil. Strange, eh? Between my fingers and my thumb, I hold my pen. I remember my father digging. Austria, Lake Monzi, flooding the campsite. The black night, black raincoat buttoned at his neck, empty sleeves flapping, Batmaning shinily in the wind. Digging drills around the buffeted tent, bent, low, hacking the wet ground with a trowel. His family inside the tent meant he must stick to his strange, wild struggle. He was solid and strong, but not built for this. The old tent, spent, fell at the last in a foreign field. We abandoned the tent, spent the rest of the night in the car. In the morning, the clean swept, washed campsite, the grass splashed. My old man's old man could handle a spade. My father said gum digging was the hardest work in the world. You needed a strong right arm. My father dug better with his typewriter beneath his palms, going down and down, uncertain what he uncovered. I also dig with my pen between my fingers and my thumb, and my keyboard beneath my palms, frightened of what I might unearth. Sun's gone in now. That's better. Let me just do that. Now, last time I did a Punk for the Homeless gig, the girls did all these poems, and I heard some poems earlier on today, and I couldn't hear them very well, and I would really love to read them if you could send them to me as written form. But the poems that the girls were doing at that time seemed to be along the lines of what I see in the mirror, and I was rather intrigued by that. And I thought I would do a poem about that, and unfortunately I only wrote it kind of yesterday, so it's not probably in very finished format, but I thought I would read it anyway because it is quite interesting what you see in the mirror. A serious face, scruffy, straggly hair, a bit silvery sparkly in this winter light. Hard to say something kinder. A childhood fear of getting above myself, of letting go and becoming rashly positive. It's all bound to end badly. I spent time once, gazed at myself in the mirror, drew myself every day for a month. But I didn't seem to know myself any better at the end. Still feel surprised if I catch sight of myself in a reflection. Oh yes, that reminds me of those drawings. But is that really me? When I was a girl, I heard old people say, inside I still feel like your age. You never really change, you know. And I would smile sweetly, but inside was wondering, how strange to feel 17 and then see yourself in a mirror. An old lady on a commode. Am I the same as I was? Have I changed? After trying out some different selves, I feel that little girl who was me is still here, still questioning, still with a serious face. I don't know what time it is now because I've thrown the thing away. Let me do that and then maybe... Oh, it says here 11 minutes. Has that been 11 minutes already? Good grief. Right, I had a request. This is not a gentle poem. It's called We the Gentle, and it's an angry poem. Don't be alarmed. I'm an angry person, but lots of us are angry. Right, I'm not going to apologise for this poem. We the Gentle. We the gentle, and sadly inadequate. The homeless and the hopeless, the losers and the useless, the poets and the painters, the musicians and the mad. Those of us sinking in your materialist shit. Those of us who can't hold down a job for dread of office politics, for fear of entanglement or problems or failure. Those of us who can't operate in your hard money pinching, austerity, benefits cutting, jobs axing, capitalist shit world. We say to you, the money grabbing, small minded, nasty, clinging to things and reputations, jobs that produce nothing and help nobody and do no good, your harsh, horrible judgments and prejudices against anybody who can't keep it going in the face of chaos and cruelty and visionless consumerism. We, the gentle, inadequate, sensitive and hopeful, tell you, the cynical, competitive, life-wasting, disparaging, callous, selfish, world spoiler, money lovers, we tell you, fuck off. That says it all, I think. This is another Fibonacci one. Oh, my head's buzzing with after that. This is another Fibonacci one. I don't know why the Nottingham poetry, local Nottingham poetry scene, we got a bit obsessed with Fibonacci. So this starts off with 1 syllable per stanza and goes up to 89 syllables per stanza, and it's a mathematical thing, and it's about sea spirals. So it's going to be a lot of seasidey words. And look, I'm wearing seahorses. I very much like the other poet, I've forgotten her name now, was wearing a ghost t-shirt and she was singing a song about ghosts. Sea, shell, seashell, sea spirals, spiral swirling snails, shy seabed, slither slide, slinking, circling south, swirlingly scrolling, secretly oozing, sinking, slimy specimens, spherically snaking, shingle, silky, slow shift, scuttle, scamp, shield sheath, shelter, snug shell, searching, secrecy, shy, seeking, concealed, shady shallows, silent stealth, shushing shadows, secluded sanctum, circumventing seashores, subdued, sunken, self-made, cellar, sailor, sensing, shrinking, swerve, sways, swell-surged, seaweed, salt, sediments, sinuous sea spirals, snail sums, sea sluggish, sea snail sudgeons, amidst modest coral shadows, circumferences unassuming, circuitous crescents, subaqueous circulations, subsurface scintillations, submarine civilizations, sublime, spineless, submerged, sunflower nautilus shaped, sequence, science, mollusks, maths, cyclical, translucent, cirrus, exoskeletons, opalescent, calcium, lustrous, nacreous, sheens, shimmering, silent, sea sorcery, spinning, spider webby, spells, sibilants, streams. That's probably more fun it is to perform than to actually listen to. Sorry about that. It says here I'm over time now, so I'm just going to read. I want 2 little poems at the end. To go back to little girls, because I have a daughter. She's 26 now, but she was very, very sweet. Oh, where's it gone? Can I do 2 more poems? 2 more short poems. First one is about the place where I lived when she was little. I may have read this before actually. Crystal rainbows dance, new colours catch sunlight, swing across flowered wallpaper. Robins sing fluid, pigeons coo throaty, dogs bark bass-toned, wind shushes through tall trees. Chocolate brownies hotly pump through the house. Little girl, her baby hopes, dips a tiny finger in a chocolate-smeared bowl. And my last poem is called Strangely Equally Spaced. It was a tiny, tiny little incident that happened when she was in her pushchair, small enough to be in a pushchair. And the poem is longer than the actual incident, but it was ever so sweet. It's called Strangely Equally Spaced. They stood, strangely equally spaced, aloof on the flat roof, staring down at the busy square, ready to clap wings, drop in a swoop to peck discarded pizza, hula hoops, some cold soup, unnameable gloop. She's in her pushchair, laughing at pigeons, strangely equally spaced on the flat roof, aloof, like notes on a stave, like dancers on a chorus line, like surfers on a wave, like raindrops on a telephone line, like angels in a nave, like vertebrae along a spine, like wallflowers at a rave, like washing on a line, like letters on a page. She's laughing at pigeons. Oh, why do they grow up? I think that's me. I think I've finished. I've gone way over time by the looks of it. Give money for the girls at the Hope Orphanage. They need it more than we do. And I hope everybody's will have a lovely, peaceful Christmas. A non-consumerist Christmas. And yeah, I'm amazed at how brilliant everyone's been this afternoon. And long may it continue. Bye.